Welcome everybody to a brand new video. Why am I playing Battlefield 1 today? I have no idea. I don't know, don't ask me. I've been playing a lot of Battlefield recently, Battlefield 4 on console with Ayeshi, and Battlefield 1 solo on PC. I really like the Battlefield series. I've always played the game on and off, especially back on the old gen consoles. It's never been a game that I've uploaded to my channel though, but I figured, seeing as I'm talking about something today in a more traditional cut commentary style that I normally don't do as much these days, I wanted to have something in the background, and I figured it'd probably be best if I had a game that I'm currently playing off camera. Something that I love about Battlefield on PC is just how good the game looks. I want you guys to take a guess as to what type of settings I'm running this game on. Look at this game right now. What settings do you guys think I'm playing on? I want you to take a guess. I'm not gonna do some gay shit and ask you guys to like leave a comment down below of your guess. I just think that's really fucking stupid. I hate when YouTubers do that. They ask you to take a guess and actually comment your guess. Like, just stop. Just fucking stop. But in your own head, take a guess as to what settings I'm running right now. Right now, I'm running on the lowest settings in the game, except for mesh quality. Mesh quality is turned up all the way, but the textures, the lighting, everything is set to low. And this game looks absolutely amazing. Now, I probably shouldn't be running everything on low. My PC's a fucking beast. I don't need to do that, so I'm actually gonna turn texture quality up. And there we go. This game looks even more beautiful than before. Now, as much as I do love Battlefield, don't get me wrong, I fucking suck at this game. But every once in a while, when the stars align, I can manage to put in a little bit of work. And those are the moments that I really like about Battlefield. I like the moments where I get to shine, or I capture an objective by the skin of my teeth. That's really what I love. Also, there is a really big sense of progression on this game. I love how there's so many things to unlock. There's so many different little things you can adjust in game. You get the point. I like Battlefield, so I'm gonna upload it for today. Let's get into the main topic of today's video. I'm sure some of you guys have seen that Logic, the rapper, someone who I used to be quite a big fan of back in the day. I can't say that I'm exactly like in love with his music anymore, but I really used to like Logic. I used to dig a lot of his stuff. Under Pressure to me is actually a classic. I would consider Logic to have a classic album, Under Pressure. I think that album is fucking incredible. And I know that a lot of Logic naysayers will claim that he doesn't have any good music whatsoever, but that's just simply not true. I think if you are open-minded, you will admit that there was a point in time where Logic was kinda killing it. I personally believe that if you think Logic has never released good music, you must have only listened to his recent projects, or you have recency bias. Now, do I think that Logic is one of the greatest rappers of all time? No, not even close. I just think he's put out his fair share of good music. Under Pressure, The Incredible True Story, the old Young Sinatra mixtapes, in my opinion, were pretty killer, and I did like the first Bobby Tarantino. Maybe not the second one as much, as I felt like maybe Logic kind of sold out a little bit, although that's just my personal opinion. I'm not gonna say that all of his old music was classic or anything like that. I do believe he has a classic album, but I feel like just a lot of his old music was incredibly solid. However, that is where we get into the conversation of Logic today. I personally feel like his last few albums, maybe starting around Everybody, his music has been lacking severely. Everybody wasn't a terrible album in my opinion, I just thought it was okay. I do appreciate the message that Logic was trying to convey on that album, but in terms of the music itself, it didn't really blow me away. And then it seemed like the more that Logic put out music, the more mediocre it became. Young Sinatra 4 was not really all that captivating to me. It just seems like an extremely forgettable album in my personal opinion. That weird supermarket soundtrack album thing that he did was absolutely atrocious. I don't know why the fuck Logic decided to make a rock album. And then, in my opinion, to this day, his worst rapping feat was his last album, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. And I did review the album. I can't remember what score I gave it. I believe it was either a 3 or a 4, but in hindsight, that is way too high of a score in my personal opinion. I think that album is really, really just horrible. Yeah, it has a few good tracks, but oh my god, if I were to re-review it, it definitely wouldn't even land a 3. You get the point. Logic has been on a decline. A very, very sharp decline. It just seems like all of a sudden he just stopped giving a shit, started putting out really, really mediocre music. And listen, I've liked Logic in the past. I don't like him that much anymore today. Not as a person, I'm just saying in terms of his music. I don't like his music today nearly as much as I used to in the past. I feel like he's become painfully mediocre. But with that being said, as much as I don't care for Logic Logic's music, I do want it to be good. Logic recently announced that he is going to be retiring from rap so that he could focus on being a father, which I think is a totally okay move. If he wants to set aside his career for now to focus on being a father, that's completely fine with me. As much as I don't want to see Logic quit making music, because I don't want to see any artist quit making music, if that's a decision that he's happy with and he feels is right for him, then go ahead. Being a father comes first before making music. But I will say, if Logic is being truthful, and this is going to be his last album that he ever puts out, which I do have my doubts about, I don't know if that's actually going to be true, because at the end of the day, his child is going to grow up. At some point, they won't need to be taken care of nearly as much as they do now, and Logic will have the time to pursue his rap career again. I don't know if he's ever going to come back, but I wouldn't put it past him. A lot of rappers have done this shtick where they claim they're retiring, and then they just end up taking like a 6-month break, and they just take advantage of the hype. I'm not saying that that is what Logic is planning to do, but I'm just saying that I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. But as I said, if he is being truthful, and this is actually going to be his last album, I genuinely hope that it's going to be good. I really hope that this isn't going to be a cash grab. I hope that this isn't Logic just trying to make as much money as possible before retiring, because I personally felt like Confessions of a Dangerous Mind was a cash grab. There was a lot of hype behind the record, especially with the title, the cover art, the Eminem feature, a song named Keanu Reeves. A lot of people were really excited for that album, and it was absolutely terrible. Just fucking awful. It felt like a cash grab. It felt like Logic trying his absolute best to capitalize off of the fact that he is a really popular name in hip-hop. I hope that's not going to be the case this time. I hope that Logic has some sort of integrity to say, hey, this is going to be my last album. Let me put a lot of effort into it, and let me make it at least good. I don't think this album needs to be a classic. I just want it to be at least solid. It's your final album. Please at least put some effort into it. Some of you guys might be asking if I'm going to be reviewing the album, and yes, I will, that's for sure. And I want you guys to know ahead of time that even though I don't like Logic's newer music, I did at one point in the past, I'm not going to be going into this album with a negative bias. I want the music to be good. But with that being said, I'm not going to be giving Logic any unnecessary passes because this is his last album. I'm going to be reviewing the music how I hear it. If I think it's bad, I'll say it's bad. If I think it's good, I'll say it's good. Until the album comes out and I do review it, all we can really do for now is wait and see how it's going to sound. I believe that there is some other music that's also going to be dropping around the same time that Logic is dropping his final album. Kanye West said that he was going to be dropping an album on the 24th. However, I wouldn't put it past Kanye West to delay the album over and over and over again. I mean, that's just how Kanye West is. I do not expect the album to come out on the 24th, but of course, if it does, I will obviously be reviewing it. I am looking forward to seeing where Kanye West is going to be going in his career, because I wasn't a huge fan of Jesus is King, and I know that's really, really weird to hear because I've been reviewing quite a few Kanye West albums lately, and every single one of them has been incredibly positive. But spoiler alert, before I even get to that album, yes, I was not a big fan of Jesus is King, so I'm hoping that whatever Kanye puts out, I hope it's good. I didn't love Wash Us in the Blood the first few times I heard it, but it did grow on me, and now I think the track is actually fantastic. So we'll just have to see. Apparently the album is going to be called Donda. I just hope it's good. I hope you guys are looking forward to those videos. Quite a bit of music is dropping, and I'm really looking forward to reviewing it. I really hope Logic doesn't disappoint me. I'm looking forward to No Pressure, and hopefully it's a great fucking album. I don't have incredibly high hopes, but I am trying to be positive here. Now with that being said, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. So yeah guys, that's pretty much the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you smack the like button. If you want to stay up to date with my content, please be sure to subscribe. I'll have my last video in the corner. If you haven't checked that out already, definitely make sure to check it out. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.